Dear food pilgrims, if you can't find delicious, well-cooked Catalan classics in the heart of Barcelona, then head for the hills and cook them for yourself. Yes, by the end of this demonstration, you'll be cooking two of the most emblematic Catalan preparations, just like the locals up here in the Pyrenees. Benvinguts a la Vall de Boí. Welcome to the Boí Valley, one of those UNESCO World Heritage Sites on account of 9 of these Romanesque churches. I'm here to cook, amongst other things, the classic Catalan beef stew, the Fricandó. As I mentioned, my last Fricandó, at a mainstay of Catalan traditional cookery in Barcelona, was a huge disappointment. No better place to reconnect with the authentic flavours and traditions than up here in the Pyrenees. Besides having the densest concentration of Romanesque architecture in Europe, the Vall de Boí also boasts, up this road, the highest ski resort in the Pyrenees. I'm not climbing all the way up, as this spot looks perfect for setting up kitchen. The Fricandó is still a couple of hours off, so here are some local treats to nibble on. Goat's cheese, cured sausage, and ingredients for the pa amb tomàquet, bread with tomato, a staple of Catalan cuisine and quite an obsession, to be honest. More than a snack, a cultural icon, often eaten at breakfast, between meals, or as an accompaniment. So let me introduce you to the sacred principles of the pa amb tomàquet. Firstly, the bread must be rustic and traditional, pa pagès, a country-style loaf, lightly toasted, crispy on the outside, but still soft within. Garlic is optional, but if used, is the first ingredient. It's rubbed over the toasted bread before the tomato. The tomato must be extremely ripe, as they too are rubbed on the toast. Ideally, the tomàquets, the ramellet, are used, the special scrubbing tomatoes from these parts. It goes without saying that olive oil must be extra virgin. And finally, salt is sprinkled over to enhance the flavours. It's amazing how such simple, staple ingredients can be combined to create something so delicious and deeply satisfying. Bon profit! Once again, La Cuina Catalana, Josep Lledonod's authoritative work, considered a cornerstone of Catalan culinary heritage, is consulted. For the beef, more often than not, the llata de ternera is used. This is a tough cut from the shoulder and has a tough strip of gristle running through the centre. However, this breaks down during the long cooking, making the meat juicy and tender. If anyone can give me the name of that cut in English, I'd be much obliged. I've heard blade steak, top blade, chuck, shoulder, clod, help. In any case, any suitable cut for stewing will be perfect. These little mushrooms, known as moixonons, are rehydrated for an hour or so. Any small mushroom, fresh or dried, can be used instead, though perhaps the white supermarket button mushrooms would be a bit disappointing. Some light veal or chicken stock. No, there's nothing wrong with mine. I just topped up some jellified stock with water. A nice Catalan white, most of which ends up in the cook. And for the sofrito, the Catalan vegetable flavour base, carrot, onion, tomato and garlic. The final flavour and texture enhancer, known as la picada, garlic, almonds and toasted bread. Now then, even my razor-sharp knife has a job getting through the central gristle. Thin slices, nothing over 1 centimetre if possible. Season and lightly coat with flour. Brown the beef in batches, 2 to 3 minutes per side. Set aside. In the same oil, gently soften all the vegetables together, slowly and patiently. 10 to 15 minutes of low heat. Now add the tomato pulp and patiently reduce until thick. Time for a mountain duet. The hills are alive and all that, before the wine goes in, and reduced by half. Next, the stock. Giuseppe Iadenosa's expert tip, some of the mushroom soaking water as well. Bring all this back to a simmer. Meanwhile, the mushrooms are fried in olive oil with a pinch of salt. The meat is returned to the sauce, covered and cooked for 45 minutes. Almost forgot the herbs. Mine was getting a little dry after a while. The sauce is pushed through a sieve, old style, or mixed coarsely with a blender. The sauce shouldn't be too smooth. Everything's returned to the pot, along with the mushrooms, and cooked for a further 30 minutes. Giving one time to prepare the picada, garlic, toast and almonds. The traditional pestle and mortar are all very well, but I haven't got all day. Done. Back in the bowl for a final bash, diluted with a drop of water, wine or stock to help the process. This is stirred in with just 5 to 10 minutes to go. For the full written recipe, please do visit Pete's Pan's website. A link's in the description below. Pyrenees on a plate. Meltingly tender, slow-cooked beef, imbued with the harmony of earthy mushrooms and garlic, and the ever-so-delicate crunch of the almond picada. So yes, faith has been restored in the Fricandó, a dish with the power to reach deep into the soul of any Catalan, touching their hearts as it speaks their language. Bon profit. Subscribe for more culinary nostalgia.